Welcome to an experience similar to ones that you've had before. Yes, another podcast featuring a couple of guys who think that they're funny. Two men, one microphone. This is Spoiled Rotten.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Zane, where are you? Oh, there you are.
There I am.
I thought you jumped into the quantum realm.
I did. I jumped right in there and got stuck.
You jumped right into the quantum realm and got stuck for ever.
That reminds me that's like a funnier version. That's a Marvel version of a Yo Mama joke I heard. Because the Yo Mama joke I heard is your mama's so fat she jumped in the air and got stuck. No?
Wow.
Come on, that's funny.
That's disheartening.
It's funny.
That's so mean.
Mr. Travis, how you doing this week, brother? We doing all right?
I'm doing great, Zane. I'm doing great.
Good. Please say my name, because I
not
want people to know what my name
all.
is. Where speaking of
Zane.
names, where are our name tags at, sir? How are people gonna know who
They're
we
right
are?
here, man.
There we go.
They're right here.
Pew, pew. I like
Right
being
up
able
there.
to point up and down because the cameras are reversed. So like when I want to point at you, I got to point over here. And this is my right,
Yeah. And
which makes sense for you guys.
think that it's just right. And so if I point away from me, oh, there it is. There you are. There.
Yeah, on my screen, you're on the left side. So I got to point right to go left and point left to go right. I still just kept pointing. I pointed the same way. There we go. That way. Anyways.
Oh man, there
How was
you
your
go.
week, man? Sorry. Did you say that? Did you say how
I'm
your
doing
week
great.
was?
I'm doing great. Yeah. How about you? How's life been going?
You know, life's been going. I got to play a lot of disc golf this weekend, which was satisfying. I got to watch this
Fun.
movie, which was less satisfying.
Good for you.
I got to spend some time with some family this weekend, which was really nice.
Oh, great. That's always good.
Both sides, my parents and my wife's parents, so we got around safely and
Awesome.
social distance, but I guess we're being safe at this point, but it is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
But we're being careful and stuff.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good week.
Good to hear.
Yeah, man.
Good to hear. Yeah, I just did a little fantasy football drafts, and that's about it.
You
And
get
a lot of work.
Mahomes? You get Mahomes in there?
I got Mahomes in my dynasty draft. Yeah.
Do you?
We had to do in my dynasty draft. I got Mahomes. Probably way too early, but I didn't care. I was like, if I'm going to have a good quarterback for like multiple years, I'm going to make sure it's Mahomes. So
yeah, I'm going to take the one who just took home the Super Bowl. Speaking of Super Bowls, did you see the Super Bowl rings for the Chiefs just got?
No,
dude,
not yet.
They are like that big. They're like just huge on the finger, man.
How can he physically like walk around with a ring like that? Like,
well, when you can throw a football, a mile and a half, you can pretty much wear whatever you want. I think nobody's gonna say anything about it.
Right, but it would get caught in so many things, and it would just be a nuisance, like for you all.
You don't do things for yourself at that point. You have butlers and people who just do things for you. Your job is to look good. People feed you, man.
All right. I mean,
all right.
I don't know enough about the lifestyles of the rich and famous to argue at that point, so I'll let it go.
You haven't heard of the great butler shortage, man? God, get with it. Anyways,
sorry, man.
let's move into our first segment of the evening. Stop talking about football. Let's talk about some movie news, my guy. Go ahead.
Movie news.
News about movies and things.
Yeah. And things. That's
and
right.
Things.
So
what's number one on the docket?
Thing, Mulan finally graced us today. Not today, but Friday. It came out streaming on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney
you pay an extra. You pay one-time fee of $30, and you get to watch it and stream it however many times that you want.
It's so much money. The only reason it feels like
agree.
The only reason I think that it feels like a lot of money is because in your head, like a movie ticket's only $15 or $14. I'm not paying double that.
Right.
But then you're paying for your second person, you're paying for the snacks, and you're paying for all the stuff on top of that. And like it ends up being more than this, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get behind this. I got $30 and I don't get to see it in the theater.
Very true.
I don't know, man.
But what's cool about it is what is cool about it that I do like is that like if you have a Disney Plus account, every profile on that Disney Plus account, once it's paid $30 once, gets to see it as many times as they want.
Nice.
So like if you and I were to share a Disney Plus account,
yeah. And if you were to rent,
you would pay 15, I'd pay 15, and then there it is. 30. We have it.
Yeah.
And you'd pay 0, and then there you have it.
Like, did you rent it yet? Are you gonna rent it tonight? Tonight that you're gonna rent Mulan?
Not yet. Have you been able to watch it yet? No. Then I haven't rented it yet. No.
Okay.
But
how does it work?
It is there, and that is a good option.
Is it like a 24-hour
forever
deal?
I mean, no. In a few months, they're gonna let everyone watch everyone. In a few months, they're gonna let everyone on Disney Plus stream it. So eventually, we're gonna get it anyway. But this allows us. So
you're essentially buying a copy of it through an app that you have to pay for, anyways.
Right.
Okay. You know what?
Are you interested in the movie? Like, is this something that you want to watch?
I think we talked about Mulan in a back in an OG podcast before we were streaming and all that. And I said I wasn't crazy about the original Mulan, but I was even less stoked about the fact that this wasn't a musical. Not because I particularly enjoyed all the music in the first one, but because I don't know. It felt weird to me. But that's just me. You know.
Right. And then there's I'm looking forward to it mainly because it's one of my favorite cartoons growing up. My favorite Disney movies growing up. And so I'm definitely going to watch it. I don't know how I'm going to think of it, but it's either going to ruin my childhood or not. Either one. I don't know. We'll see. This one
looks significantly more serious than the original does. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
And it looks significantly more serious than all the other all the other live action remakes.
Yeah.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
So like Beauty and the Beast was still pretty campy. Aladdin was very campy.
Like Beauty and the Beast at all.
I didn't mind it. It was fun. Bad. It was decent. Ewan McGregor was great.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on to our next piece of music.
Yeah. Anyway, so did you know in 1983 there was a movie that was started?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Which was a sequel to the 1976 film Grizzly. It was called Grizzly 2: The Revenge.
Oh, really?
Starring Charlie Sheen, George Clooney, and Laura Dern. Never really.
He's the Tiger King. The Tiger King, not the Grizzly King.
Right. So.
Oh, there it is.
We are finally getting Grizzly 2: The Revenge. Starring Michael Sheen, George Clooney, Laura Dern. About a bunch of teenagers at a music festival getting attacked by a grizzly bear, and it looks just as awesome and horrible as any other thing that I've seen ever.
This I want to see more than Mulan. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I know that we dabble in the bad movies here over on Spoiled Rotten, as you can see all around us right now.
A few times, yeah. Right.
Once or twice on the these are called? What are these called? They're called.
What is what called?
Step and repeats. That's what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why they're called step and repeats? Do you know why?
I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
Like our background for like around there.
Oh,
like
our background. Yeah, that's step and repeats. Yeah, of course. Step and repeats.
Okay, why is it called step and repeat then? Tell me.
Because you step and then repeat the logo. One step up or one step down.
Because celebrities walk up.
Come on.
They step up, they get their picture taken, they repeat, they go to the next one, and they get their picture taken. That's why they're called step and repeats. Right. Dropping movie knowledge.
That was my second answer.
Yeah. Anyways,
that was my second answer. Thank you.
Is it streaming? Is it going straight to video? How are we doing this?
I think it's going straight to video. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't get enough information on it, but I was like, we got to talk about this. So there it is. Look it up. We might talk about it a little bit more next week.
Let's do it.
But anyway, also, do you know whose birthday it is today?
I do know whose birthday it is.
It's Martin Freeman's birthday. Happy birthday, Martin Freeman.
Oh man, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go say
we're gonna do
happy birthday to Martin Freeman.
We're gonna do our weekly birthday shout out via Twitter.
Let's do
Instagram. It. Follow us on Instagram at Rotten Boy or Spoiled. No, Twitter. It's Spoiled. It's Rotten _
Rotten Boys.
And then
we
Instagram
should change that. Let's just make it all the same.
I will not.
Way too confusing.
I'm in charge of the Twitter. I make the stupid names.
I don't understand why. Okay, fine.
Well, you don't have to understand why. You just have to understand. Oh, I just took a picture of myself. Hey, we'll post that on the Twitter. That stupid picture. Anyway,
nice. Yeah.
Let's make it 4K. Let's make it 60 frames per second. Let's make it. We got 60 frames per second. We've got the 4K HD here on Spoiled Rotten Movies, our Twitter page at Rotten _BOIS, on our Instagram at Spoiled Rotten Movies. Just here to say happy birthday to the one and only Martin Freeman.
Happy birthday, Martin Freeman.
Yeah, we just want to tell you happy birthday, and we enjoyed your performances and shows and movies such as Sherlock and The Hobbit. And we're doing a Marvel movie series right now. We're watching all the Marvel movies from the first one that came out to the most recent one. We just watched Black Panther, I think, 3 weeks ago. And we thought you were fantastic in it. And I just want to say happy birthday on me and my co-star here, Travis. You can't hear him, but he's a good dude. And we
Hi,
love
Martin
you.
Freeman.
Do the birthday things and have a good night. All right. Bye. All right. So that's going to go up on our Instagram and Twitter. Because we like to do that cross-pollination there. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Next up, what do we got? What's our next segment? What did you watch?
What did you watch?
What did you watch? You go first. I got a doozy.
Okay, so I watched a great movie.
I did not.
A greatly terrible movie. We talked about this a few weeks ago. A Hulu special called The Binge.
With Vince Vaughn.
Starring Vince Vaughn as a... he
just has unrecognizable.
Like it's obviously him. It's obviously him. No, I really think that you and I should do one of our original podcasts, maybe even live on Facebook, of this movie. It was so terrible.
Yeah,
it was so terrible, and I'd love to spoil every second of it for you. But basically, it's like The Purge, but instead of everything's illegal, everything that's illegal is all of a sudden legal for 24 hours. They banned drugs and alcohol, and it's only legal for 24 hours, and you can have the binge once you're 18. So it's this principal trying to get all these high schoolers to not take part in the binge as soon as they turn 18, and hilarity ensues.
Is it actual hilarity or is it bad?
It has some really, really good parts and some extremely funny parts. And then there's sometimes where I'm just like, wow, that's weird. And so we'll go over it. I'm excited about that.
There you go.
So what did you watch?
Have you seen The Binge? Let us know. What did you think of it? I watched the movie. Okay, so on a whim, YouTube on the PlayStation app has a section. I'm sure they have it on their app as well, on the phones and computers and all that. A section of movies that you can watch for free with ads.
Ooh.
None of these movies had me and my wife ever heard of. So we're just scrolling through movies. We're like, what the heck is this? And we get over one that's called Totally Undercover. No, it's called So Undercover. And
So Undercover.
So Undercover. And my wife goes, click it.
Is that the Amanda Bynes?
Without missing a beat, I clicked it. It's starring Miley Cyrus as a undercover
Miley
agent
Cyrus, that's what it was.
whose dad has a gambling problem.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, it's real bad. It might be the worst.
Yeah, it is.
It's so bad, Travis. I had to pull the mic away
How
so I
bad
could
is
get
it?
loud enough. It's so bad that we
How bad
almost
is it?
turned it off like every single 5 minutes. We're like, oh, we should turn it off. But like inside,
Wow.
we're also like, it's like beautifully bad. It's so bad it's bad, but it's good. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Oh. It's so bad it's good. Yeah, I get it.
I don't know. I'm very movie with the microphone today. I like to. I'm not
Yeah,
swiveling
yeah,
around.
you're going everywhere.
I'm all
You're
over
going
the place.
everywhere. Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
go watch So Undercover. It's on
So
YouTube.
Undercover
For free, starring Miley Cyrus as an undercover agent.
Oh,
Who has
man.
it's if you've seen Miss Congeniality, it's that with Miley
Have
Cyrus.
I seen Miss Congeniality?
It's that with Miley Cyrus, but a sorority house instead of a beauty pageant.
Have I seen Miss Congeniality? Of course I've
not
seen
speaking to
Miss
you,
Congeniality.
Travis. I'm speaking to the
Oh,
audience.
okay. I'm sorry.
letting
I'm sorry.
them
I'm
know.
sorry.
I know that
sorry,
you've
my
seen
bad.
Miss Congeniality plenty of
Obviously,
times.
I have seen Miss Congeniality.
You made it
plenty of
very
times.
clear.
Yes.
Anyways, Mr. Travis,
If
are you ready to
you've
move into
seen
the
Miss
main chunk
Congeniality.
of our evening, sir? Are you ready to go?
Are you saying that it's time for some power rankings? Power rankings.
I love that. I love that little video. It's very cute. Anyways,
Yeah.
power rankings, y'all. This week was Ant-Man and the Wasp. And
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mr. Travis, why don't you start us off, man? Where'd you put it at?
Where'd I put it at? Well,
Yeah, that's what I asked you.
I'll go ahead and let you know.
Mr. Travis, you put it right there.
I
Number
put it up.
12.
Yeah, number 12.
Wow.
About halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right in the middle. I thought it was all right.
Smack dab in the
Didn't
middle.
hate it. Didn't love it. I thought it was all right. I really like Randall Park, as we discussed.
Who is it?
I thought Louise is great. Randall Park, the FBI agent, Asian Jim. You all right, man?
Asian. Yeah, I just like swallowed water in my lungs. Don't do that. Sorry.
It's not swallowing.
Yeah. Well, you know, breathing is swallowing air with your lungs. So
Have you all of a sudden grown gills?
no, yeah, I'm working on it. The technology is still
Then
in
don't
beta.
inhale water.
I'm sorry. All right, you
Still
put
in
it at
beta,
number 12.
like a fish. Oh
Yeah,
man, number
That's a little
12. Yeah,
fish joke. I think
yeah, that was
that
great.
it should be in that 16 spot, right about there.
Yeah,
And if
I
you look
saw
at
that you
my
put that
power
there.
rankings, it's in spot
I'm getting there.
number. I'm gonna spoil for you. It's in spot
Yeah,
number
calm
16.
down.
Yeah, it's in not a great spot for me.
Yeah.
Not super thrilled about this. I almost put
No?
it under Civil War. But Civil War wasn't as funny as this movie was. So Civil War got bumped out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
almost went in
wasn't
that
as good as Ant-Man. Wasn't
It
as
was
good as the original.
And as you can see,
Um,
I wasn't too crazy fond of the original either.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. What did Rotten Tomatoes give it? Where is it at on that?
Well, let's see what Rotten Tomatoes gave it.
I gotta
Let's
imagine.
find it.
We have like one lower spot. And I think the rest of them are pretty high, aren't they? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so we still have 18 open.
Yeah, we still have 18 open.
There's still a stinker in the bunch. All right. I'm excited.
Yeah, so
well, they
got-
put it in 12. I'm asked you. That's exactly the same as you. Yeah. Well, do you want to start us off, Mr. Travis, with what you think worked? What did you enjoy about the movie?
okay. All right, so one, I think this movie was really funny. I love this movie. I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of Walton Goggins, the
the poor man's
villain.
Matthew McConaughey.
Right. I love Walton Goggins. Anywhere from Justified to Vice Principals to my favorite
That's where I know
show,
him
The
from.
Righteous Gemstones.
Okay.
Yes. He is amazing, and he can do any part at any time, in my opinion, and be fine. And I wouldn't like. I'd be okay if he took every single role on anything, and it wouldn't matter to me. Like Walton Goggins is great. I think they very unutilized him in this movie. I think that if he was more of the antagonist and less Ghost, then I think that would have been a lot better. But
yeah.
And then you also got like Luis and that whole crew. I thought that they were hilarious. As far as the plot goes, honestly, the only reason that this movie exists is to introduce the quantum realm and let you know what Ant-Man was doing during Infinity War. That's it, and I'm okay with that because it was a very lighthearted, very fun movie that happened right after Infinity War, and I'm like, okay, I'm not nearly as depressed as I was after watching everyone turn to dust.
Yeah, until the end of this movie, which
right, and then there was that.
Instantly. Yeah, man, it was this movie. I gotta say, Louise. I'm gonna say it now before we get to the end. Louise is the MVP of this movie, hands down.
Yeah,
just hilarious, or possibly when Paul Rudd is acting as his wife. That was pretty hilarious.
Yes.
Yes. I got a soft spot in my heart for like guys who act like very feminine personality, like they're like body swapping with somebody to make you smile.
Right.
Man, this movie, it's like I thought, first of all, everything in the quantum realm looked gorgeous. I know we start off with CGI a lot of the time, but it did. It looked really good. The floating tardigrades and like all the little like molecules, and it had a very Doctor Strange vibe to it.
Right.
A little less psychedelic, but man, I don't have a whole lot of nice stuff to say about this movie. So if you want to talk about nice stuff, keep it up, because I don't really got.
No, that's about it. As I said, like it's middle of the road for me. Like I didn't have any strong feelings for it one way or the other. I loved the stick with his magic.
Yeah,
like his up close magic.
Yeah,
I loved that. That was so much fun. And then all the dads were like, "How'd you do that?
How'd you do
like
that?
seriously, like wondering how'd you do that,
right.
man?" So that was really fun. Other than that, like this is an extremely forgettable movie.
Yeah. Which maybe works against it the most. We're moving into things I don't like. Michelle is here. What's going on, Michelle? Just right on time. Give us a little something in the chat. Say hi. We'll put it up here on the screen. This movie, there's nothing, it's hard for me to complain about a movie that has nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to get okay, so let's start. First of all, Lawrence Fishburne. That was cool. Hi, Michelle. There it is. Really right up there on the screen. I thought, what actor's name who I'm forgetting? The dad character, Hank Pym.
Hank Pym.
Something Sheen.
Michael
Michelson. All right.
Michael Michelson. Yeah.
I hated
that makes sense.
I wasn't super fond of his character in Ant-Man. I just feel like he's just like so non-relatable the entire time. He's just like angry.
Michael Douglas.
That's it. Oh, and there's supposed to be all this like chemistry between Hope and Scott throughout the entire movie.
Scott.
And I'm like, I don't feel like any of this was established in Ant-Man. I could be wrong. It may have been established, but it wasn't like these two are like gonna hook up when this movie's over. And then like we get into this movie,
right?
And time has passed, and we're supposed to believe that he's been on house arrest, but they've been hooking up. Like, but the hooking up was supposed to happen during the first Ant-Man movie. Like, what am I missing here? Like, the whole between the two of them.
No, they were hooking up. Okay, look, they were hooking up until Civil War happened.
It's after the first Ant-Man movie, but
and he
before
took the
Civil
suit.
War.
Right.
Okay.
And then Civil War happened, and then both the Pims, Hank and Hope, took off, and like, we don't want anything to do with you anymore. And then he was under house arrest from then on.
Yeah, but I feel like they didn't establish that relationship in the first movie at all. I don't know. That first movie didn't have a whole lot going for it either, so it's hard for me to complain about that movie also.
Right.
I don't know. It's also like the villain in this movie, Ghost. Is that what her name is?
Ghost, yeah.
Just Ghost? Okay. Ghost, like her motivation is to get better, but she's like trying to kill everybody in order to get better who could help her.
Right.
And even Lawrence Fishburne at one point is like, hey, like these are scientists that could help you and you have weeks to live. Just give them like 5 freaking minutes to get out of this wormhole that they're in right now. And I couldn't get behind it, man. I didn't like it. It made me sad.
It was interesting to me. It was interesting to me that Ghost was less of a villain and more of someone that was just in a lot of pain and hurting really badly and just needed to figure out and was willing to do anything to relieve herself from that pain.
I feel like
and
this
so
is the
it
same
was
reason
more
I
of
didn't like Black Panther. Like the villain didn't have enough motivation to me. I know Black Panther. There's significantly more motivation in Black Panther, but here it's just like there's no that antagonist is like not necessarily a bad guy, which is an okay angle to go with a movie by, but like I don't know. What? Go ahead.
I mean, every villain thinks they're the hero of their own story. Every villain thinks they're the hero of their own story. Thanos thinks that he's the hero of the entire universe by killing half of them.
But I can understand his angle.
Trying to understand. Well, right. I mean, he's wrong, but
no, absolutely, yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's a good way, and like when a movie makes it to where you can see all the angles very well and understand where the villain is coming from. I think that in itself is something that not many movies do and should be recognized for it. Like Doctor Strange, bad guy was bad guy because he wanted to be bad guy.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, meh.
Yeah. I don't.
Thor: The Dark World was bad guy because he wants to be bad guy. See how I'm poking holes at the movies that you like?
The ones that I like. I'll just poke holes in movies you like. You remember in Civil War where everything was boring because nothing happened? You remember that?
Oh man,
and everybody just talked for 3 hours. Remember how boring that was?
Oh, man.
It's like a podcast.
Wow.
It's like a podcast. It's like a podcast.
So
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say. I don't have a whole lot to say about the movie, which is I know makes for a shorter pod.
Me either.
It's just
good.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like,
I keep interrupting you. You're just saying, like,
I think she's saying that Thanos isn't wrong. His methods are just not the best. Yeah, that makes sense.
Thanks
isn't wrong. Right. I'm assuming Michelle is saying Thanos, or
Thanos?
she's just really thankful for today.
Thankos. He's wants
I had
to
autocorrected. So yeah,
humanity.
she meant Thanos.
I think Thanos is autocorrected.
Half. The other half. The other half. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
All right. Are you ready for the next segment?
Yeah, we're gonna move on to trivia. Sorry about this one being a little shorter, just because there's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk about. Yeah, this movie, as I said, was a very filler movie to introduce the quantum realm and to let you know what was going on with Ant-Man, because he might be coming back if he can
figure out
while we wait for that.
Cooking up some trivia. All right, y'all.
All right.
This is the part of the show called
Are you ready for some
time? And we're gonna put some.
Are you ready for some good?
I'm explaining the segment to people who don't know. I know Michelle knows.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I see that now. Go ahead.
This is the part of the show where Travis asked me 5. Right? You got 5?
5. Yes, I have 5.
5 multiple choice questions about the movie or the production of the movie or the casting or really whatever he wants. And I usually get them all wrong, and then
yes,
we make fun of me, and it's hilarious. But I'm ready.
It is. All right. If I remember right, all 5 of these questions have to do with the movie specifically. There's that. They are from the movie. All right, here we go. Question 1.
Right. Yeah.
What is the name brand batteries that were powering the lab? Duracell, Energizer, Stark, or Amazon?
I quit.
Did I make you rage quit on the first question? Wow.
That's that. How I made you
rage quit on the first question.
Batteries. What? When do we see the batteries?
Well, like his lab is portable because they shrink down. It can only be portable and hold electricity if there's batteries. In the background of some of the scenes, you see batteries that are powering the entire lab. They have a name to them. Which one?
I don't think it's Stark, because I think specifically they've mentioned that Hank Pym and Stark don't work together. So I think that's a throwaway answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if it is Stark, I want to know what happened there. Duracell, Energizer. Amazon's got the Amazon Basics line, man. I got some batteries from
That's
Amazon.
right.
Everybody put your answers in the
who doesn't
comment.
get there?
I probably won't get it right. I want to say who's going to pay more money? Is it Amazon, or is it Energizer, or is it Duracell? I guess it's probably Duracell, right? It's got to be Duracell. Duracell.
You tell me.
Final answer.
Duracell is correct. 1 for 1. You got that.
All right.
Question number 2.
Number dos.
Besides being an FBI agent, Randall Park's character said that he also works in what profession? A rodeo clown, a paper salesman, a youth pastor, or an actor?
Do you want me to pretend like I don't know this one and drag it out, or can I just answer it?
Yeah, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, do whatever you want to do.
Oh, man. Actor. That's too on the nose. He's an actor already playing somebody. That would just be too crazy. He doesn't. Maybe a paper salesman? Oh, wait, that's an Office joke. I guess since he's... No, it's youth pastor. It's youth pastor.
Final answer?
Yeah. Yep.
Final answer. Youth pastor. Yes, that is correct. It is a youth pastor.
I
thought that was... That's one of my favorite lines in the entire movie. Just the look that he gives him after he says, "Thanks, I'm also a youth pastor." And like Scott's look after that was just hilarious to me. So I had to include it in this because I just thought it was funny. I think Randall Park is awesome. Number 3. What is the name of the magic school Scott takes online? Is it onlinemagic.org, Is it B, masterofmagic.com, C, micromagic.net, or B, upcloseandmagical.com?
I'm out of sheer hope. I'm going to go with D, Up Close and Magical, just because I want that to be the answer so badly.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. It is Up Close and Magical. I had to pause it. Yeah. I had to pause it during that little thing to find the exact website.
Nice.
And it
D
was
the
upcloseandmagical.com.
That does never happen.
Great job. I know.
All right, so
I thought you weren't going to get that one no matter what. You've won. You've won. You could go 5 for 5.
I could. I won't, but I could.
Have you ever gone 5 for 5 before?
I think I did it one time.
Have you ever gone 5 for 5?
I think we did it one time.
We should keep track of this. We should keep track of this every single week, but oh well.
All right.
Number 4.
Yeah.
The movie playing on the laptop at the drive-in theater is named what? Ants. Them. Crawl. The Unfortunate Demise of the Universe by Oversized Ants.
Ants with a Z, I think, is a Pixar movie, is it not? That's a Pixar.
Woody Allen movie, but it doesn't have the no, Pixar is Bug's Life.
It's like the Bug's Life knockoff movie. It's DreamWorks,
right.
I think is
made by DreamWorks, made by voiced by Woody Allen.
Yeah. Okay. For some reason, Them is jumping out at me. So I'm gonna go with Them. It's just a gut reaction. I'm gonna stick with it, even though it's probably wrong. Them, final answer.
4 for 4, buddy. You got that one right too.
All right, one more, baby.
One more. Here we go. Number 5.
I already know what this is.
Luis Abuelita had a jukebox only played what artist? A, Morrissey, B, the Smiths, C, the Psychedelic Furs, or D, the Cure?
Oh, I have my phone out watching our stream just to see if any comments roll in or anything. And I just saw myself jumping up and down in excitement for my Queen sweep that I'm going to have.
Yeah,
here.
I saw that too.
It is A, Morrissey. Final answer, baby.
That is correct.
5 for
5.
Yeah!
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Babe!
You need like a...
I was very excited. I wanted her to know. I think she's trying to put my son to sleep in the other room, so this is not helping me screaming.
Not at all. I think you need like a trophy or something.
I do.
Would you like to send your thanks out to, like, you just won the
another video. We'll
Spoiled Rotten Movies equivalent of an Oscar. So do you have anyone to thank? Like, this is your time to shine.
Wow, man. I'd like to thank Travis for all of his top-notch questions, week after week after week.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to thank Marvel for having movies for us to watch. I'd like to thank, my parents for birthing me and teaching me to be perceptible. I'd like to thank you specifically for not asking super hard questions this time. I'm a little bummed out that you didn't ask me what book Paul Rudd was crying at the very beginning of the movie, because I took note of that, because I thought you were going to ask me. It was The Fault in Our Stars.
The Fault in Our Stars. I know. I knew it, and I knew that you would like. That was too obvious to me, but
man, that's it. That's all I got.
Oh, I'll ask that. I'm like, no, you would know.
Thank you to my wife for dealing with my baby every single Tuesday night so that we can do this podcast. Thank you to the laptop I have coming so my computer doesn't bounce all the time.
Oh, wow.
It's not here yet, but it will be hopefully by next week. And that's all I got, man.
Good. Yeah. So your MVP, as you said, still Luis?
It's either Luis or his daughter.
His daughter was great.
Yeah, she was really looking out for him, and I appreciated that about her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be Louise, man, and the truth serum. Truth serum
Louise is fun.
Is
the truth that whole thing, like when he was like, "It is truth serum."
It is the truth serum.
It's so funny. Like it was so funny. Like every part of it was just like, oh man, that was just so good.
Yeah.
Like comedically, this is such a smart movie. If only they had something else to go with it.
If only there was,
I think it would have been much better.
At all.
True.
Literally anything that was captivating about this movie.
Yeah. Oh well. So,
how about you? Who's your MVP?
Oh yeah, my MVP. I'm gonna have to go with
There's a drum roll.
The Stepfather. I like The Stepfather. I forget his name.
Yep.
But solid. The fact that like they're a broken family, like they're an extended family. But they don't hate each other, and they kind of put into it in a positive light. Like the stepfather for Scott, Scott is rooting for him. Like they all make it work, and they all are happy together. And like it's just so much time in Hollywood is focused on the evil stepmother, the evil stepsister. Like all of that is just so like angst towards each other. I like the little twist up that they do with it. I thought it was done really well, and I like him. He's funny, and he really needs to know how you pick up cards.
I like how you take like a positive, more serious spin on your MVP generally. I'm like, this person made me laugh, and you're like, no, this is like they took on a real life issue that gets taken this way usually, and
about it.
I know you think about it, and I just think Louise was hilarious. He's the only reason I kept watching this movie is because I wanted to see more.
I agree. And if you didn't take Louise, I would have. So I had to think of something else different, and so I pulled that one out.
All right, Mr. Travis. Well, I'm gonna put this. Music on.
Stanley Meal. What do you think of that one?
What is it? It was all right. It was
Stanley's Cameo.
It's probably my least favorite. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Travis, you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm a little laggy. I'm lagging a little bit. I'm using a different laptop this week, so things are a little bit off right now. Hit that music.
All right. You good to go? We're sharing the tab. Whoop.
Yeah, share that tab with me.
All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Spoiled Rotten. Sorry the ending here is a little clunky, but we want to say thank you for listening. We do this every single Tuesday night at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow us on Instagram at Spoiled Rotten Movies. Follow us on Twitter at Rotten_BOIS. Rotten Boys. You can listen to us on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, all the stuff, places you get your podcast. We love you. We promise to do better next time. And we're going to do a little freeze frame. I thought I was running out of time, but apparently not. But now I am. Freeze frame.
This has been Spoiled Rotten Movies.